Some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field over the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Gamecocks will kick it off to get us underway. He'll bring it out. It's Norman. Makes a move. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Guys, let's take a second here and think about Texas A&M. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are. And now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Grabs it inside the 15. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
3rd down and long is the hardest down to execute in football, but this offense made it look easy. Nice job being aggressive, making the big play down the field, and now set up in a position where they can go.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stuck with an interception.
This offense knew coming into this game it was not going to be easy throwing against this defense. They're at the top of virtually every major statistical category when it comes to pass D, and the quarterback just found out the hard way, throwing a pick on the opening drive.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. To the air, it's Osborne. Intercepted, and the first drive in for the pick.
Really early in this game, you're seeing the ball hawks on both sides of the ball. Interception on the first drive of the game, and now they come out, and this defense gets a pick in return. There are a lot of dudes in the back end with speed, with the ability to close. What a phenomenal play by that young man just now to get the ball back to his offense.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Now the connection takes it to the 11. And the Aggies will hustle to the line. Back to pass. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Quick strike through the air for the score.
This offense is so good, and they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Coming out with it, it's Morse. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Looking to throw, it's Osborne. Catch in the middle, it's Morse. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
The Gamecocks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, hand him the ball.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
Maybe a tad out of field goal range and way too close to punt it. Kind of in no man's land, so they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. The Gamecocks will punt it away on 4th down. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. Ready to fire from the pistol. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Well, I think this quarterback just has to be careful with his decision-making. Yes, he's one of the most talented guys in the country, but early in this game, we're now seeing him throw the ball into double coverage. He's very lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. This time he's got it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And the offense goes 5 wides and spreads the field. The problem is that spreads you thin, and you only got 5 guys in protection, and they don't do a good enough job up front. The defense gets home, forces the fumble. Big play for this defense.
This offense has it with really good field position. Dropping back, it's Osborne. Fires to the right. Trying to barrel in. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that 1st down.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
And the Gamecocks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Wants to go up top. He wants it all. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They'll run it on 3rd and goal. He is stopped short. That's the man they wanted to have the ball, but it'll be 4th down.
Well, after getting stuffed on that run, you now got 4th down. I'm not into chasing points this early in the game. I think you just take the field goal. You try to pay this drive off and this opportunity to put something on the board.
Well, and nowadays you have these analytical cards, and the coaches, they literally look at every situation. Is it more advantageous to go for it or kick it? That's how they'll make this decision.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. This time they need to take care of the ball and maybe extend this lead, David.
And I think you got to look at the positive, Reese. You still got the lead. Now take care of the football. Put a nice drive together, Jesse. You don't have to stress. We're still winning.
I feel like they think that player for player, they're the better unit on the field right now. They just got to make more plays.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. Might be changing the route. Give to the running back. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Right back to him on the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on 3rd down. Fires to the tight end. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. The Gamecocks will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. They're going to open this drive with a pass. They're setting up the screen. Turning it on! Not able to break the quick one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
To the ground with the back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
And the third down pass is incomplete.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Punt is on its way. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking downfield, it's Osborne. Quick completion on the out. Inside the 40-yard line and out of bounds at the 39.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
They'll snap it from the 39, first and 10. Wants to throw on first down. The quick out. Oh, he's got some space. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. First and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Meriden. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
They just keep firing. Caught behind the line. It's Morris. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. They'll try to run for it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, South Carolina.
And they pound the rock. The run game comes through late in the first half when you needed it. Now they take the lead. They take the momentum. That's how you end the first half.
And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7.
South Carolina.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. He'll bring it out. It's Norman. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Wants to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's Norman. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. Texas A&M going up tempo. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw on first down. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And an empty backfield here on second and short. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Just gets rid of it before the heat. And a flag comes in as this one falls incomplete. Let's see what the call is. And after the failed connection on second down, this offense faces a third down. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. On third down, he drops the throw. Finds a man on the right. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Aggies will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Here's a heat. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And back to the air on second down. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And as he throws, pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Takes a hit as he fires. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. They were trying to steal a possession to draw a little closer in this game, but the ball didn't go 10 yards, so they'll take over the football with the lead. Looking for a man. It's Osborne. They get to him as he throws. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Yeah, and I'll give him toughness points. He stood in there, stared down the barrel, got whacked, but I won't give him smarts points because he threw in the double coverage. You got to make a better decision than that. So try not to get walloped, and definitely don't throw up in the double coverage.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Parks it out of the air. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and use him.
Running to Green. Got enough for the first down. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
I think offensive coordinators who stick a guy and keep him in the same spot are doing that guy a big disservice. If I have a guy like this who's such a playmaker and got the speed and athleticism he does, I'm putting him in the slot like this to go take advantage of matchups and go get me some wins.
They'll dial up the run on first and goal. Touchdown, Gamecocks! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10.
That makes the score. South Carolina, 17. Texas A&M.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Norman. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the first down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing, and you could tell that was experience between receiver and quarterback.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Going for the big play. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Touchdown, Aggie. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. The lead has been sliced to a field goal, and now they'll try to answer. Back to throw, it's Osborne. Quick completion on the out route. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Oh, this defense wants to bring some pressure. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun to give to the back. Breaks into the open. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Wow, 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Back to throw, it's Osborne. Makes the grab. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Looking to the big tight end. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense going right down the field in 6 plays and now set up for first and goal.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run.
Texas A&M, 14.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Norman. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the fourth quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Gets open down the middle. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Aggies racing to the line in the hurry-up. On third and long, try to convert through the air. And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He might want another play. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Here's the pressure. They got him. It's a sack. Took a chance to try to score the touchdown and now get nothing.
Yeah, and unfortunately in the fourth quarter, losing, you got to put the foot on the accelerator. You got to make something happen. So I get they had to be aggressive and go for it. They just can't seem to get this offense to make plays when they need it the most.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Looks as if he's going to run it. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
This is a designed run. Touchdown, South Carolina! And they take it in for 6 more points. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Bring it out. It's Norman. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Quarterback may change this route. To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, you can't blame this offense for wanting to be aggressive. They're down by a lot on the scoreboard here, and that time going 4 verticals, trying to stretch the defense, see if someone can get open. But, David, the defense was expecting it, and they were able to come away with the INT.
Yeah, the only thought I have right now, Jesse, is I'm playing deep. I can't give up the big plays. I want to make them earn it. The clock is my friend, getting the lead, having the lead in the fourth quarter. Nice execution by this defense.
There he goes. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The Gamecocks can really attack on this second and short. Wants to throw. It's Osborne. Shoots it to the left. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And the route is on. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11.
Anytime you've got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, receivers, everybody doing their job, and that helped lead to the home run.
38, Texas A&M, 14.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he's not going to take the touchback. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Texas A&M offense goes back to work. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days, but that rain is coming to an end. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
I'd love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Back to pass on second down. Under fire. And he'll just get rid of that one.
A At this point in the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
And the Aggies line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Quarterback making adjustments. Dances away to buy time. Now he's going to throw it all the way back across the field. Makes the grab down the left side. Texas A&M going quickly.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen...
And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. Takes it the other way. He goes out of bounds, but he just...
This is about the time where you usually quit.
What a return after the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in
Nah,
the
I'm a
game,
bitch.
you know it's
Hey,
past,
Matt.
You're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the...
Let me ask you this.
Are trying to do this.
Next time you ever come to DC, let me know where you at so I can push up so you can see the difference in talking over this game.
Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
Like I said, you come to DC, let me know you in the city.
Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have got
I can fix that.
right now.
I can fix that. I can fix that.
To the air. It's Osborne. Unloads it left. Got his man. Some might have the philosophy.
Y'all niggas be pressed to talk to us, man.
Others have this philosophy. Just keep going at them.
Until you stop me. And I think the offense, you can tell, it's pretty clear. They're going to keep their foot on the gas, continuing to throw the football down the field, attack, make big plays like they have all game long.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gainer.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And he added the extra point.
South Carolina, 45. Texas A&M.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Set to kick it off.
He'll bring it out. It's Norman. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw it.
And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. Running back searching for a hole. Defense storming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row. Now they've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young.
And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. He'll try to take it back. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Gamecocks. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense. Here in the 4th quarter, they're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
Timeout, South Carolina.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Pulls it in down the middle. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. Might be calling a hot route. Looking downfield on 1st down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Pocket breaking down. And the ball's out there after it. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Well, defenses get excited when they see the quarterback in an empty backfield like that. They know, hey, if I'm not going to have to beat a running back or a tight end to get there, if I get to him, I might have an opportunity to knock this thing loose, and that's exactly what happened for the defense.
They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
Man, this is a punch to the gut. When you know you're losing, and you know you got to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the football, and they still run the football down your throat. It's been that kind of day for this defense.
And his throw is incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day.
Turning it on. Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
And I love these offensive coaches going right back to your guy. I believe in you. Just because you fumbled doesn't mean I'm not going to give you the football.
Yeah, he's repaying the favor right now to this coaching staff as well. Doesn't it just seem like he's running with a little bit more juice? He looks like he's ticked off.
Second down coming up.